Welcome back to the channel. This coming Saturday, WWE will present its Royal Rumble Extravaganza. This premium live event, WWE's Royal Rumble, and this is honestly an event that I always look forward to. It is one of my favourite wrestling events of the entire calendar, the Royal Rumble match. And a lot of wrestling fans absolutely love this event. So, in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at, in no particular order, 8 of the reasons why fans absolutely enjoy WWE's Royal Rumble. Number 1, unpredictability and suspense. The Royal Rumble match is synonymous with unpredictability, with 30 participants entering the ring at timed intervals. No one knows who is going to come out next. The element of surprise keeps fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating each new entrant. This certainly, of course, applies early on in the match as we see the story of the match unfold, and particularly with the various different storylines going on right now in WWE, we always have to ask the question, depending on who the early entrants are, whether we will see interactions from various different sides in a Rumble match. Number 2, surprise entrance. One of the most exciting aspects of the Royal Rumble is the inclusion of surprise entrants. These can range from returning legends, we've seen plenty of those, debuting superstars, and I think we may get one or two this year, and even celebrities. The unexpected appearances create memorable moments that fans talk about for years. A great example was the return of Cope, as he's now known, Edge, several years ago. That was a momentous memory, and so it is genuinely one of the biggest things that I enjoy of the Rumble is we don't quite know who's going to be involved. Number 3, the high stakes. The winner of the Royal Rumble match earns a title shot at WrestleMania. We all know this now. It's WWE's biggest event of the year. This high stakes reward adds significant importance to the Royal Rumble matches themselves, making every elimination and near elimination momentous, and again keeps people on the edge of their seats as they don't know, honestly, quite often who is going to be eliminated and what that might mean for their participation in upcoming matches as WrestleMania comes to start being revealed little by little of what potentially will happen. Talking of which, number 4, storytelling. The Royal Rumble is a unique platform for WWE to advance ongoing storylines and create new ones. Alliances are formed, rivalries are reignited, and some maybe underdog stories unfold. 2006 is a great example. The match is a microcosm of WWE's larger than life storytelling. As I said, maybe we'll get some interactions this year where we see other matches rather than potential main events that are already being discussed for WrestleMania maybe coming together. That is something that I would certainly like to see. I would like to, not literally, but maybe some blood line spelled at the Rumble this year. Number 5, the sheer number of competitors. With 30 superstars in one match, fans get to see a wide variety of wrestling styles and personas, all clashing in the ring. The diversity of competitors ensure that there is generally something for everyone, whether you prefer high flying maneuvers, technical wrestling, or powerhouse brawling. Anyone for a bit of Rey Mysterio and Sheamus and the likes? Yeah, hopefully we will get a good mix this year of competitors trying out um, their own style and their own control over the match. Hopefully we will get, some years are better than others, so hopefully maybe this year we will get a good mixture. I like to see that in a Rumble match myself. Number 6. Historical significance. The Royal Rumble has a rich history and many iconic moments. From Shawn Michaels' miraculous 1995 win to Stone Cold Steve Austin's multiple victories, the match is littered and filled with legendary moments that fans cherish and look back on fondly. Again, this is something else that this is one of the few occasions that sometimes WWE takes, sometimes not, to elevate someone, to rise them up, to even take them out and say this is our guy. Doesn't happen as often this kind of period, this generation, as again I'm getting old, but the late 90s. But guys like Steve Austin, but still the Rumble can certainly be still used to elevate someone, to say that this superstar is on their way to challenge for whatever championship in their division, male, female, whatever, world title, WWE titles, whatever title. It is certainly one of those pay-per-views, one of those opportunities that WWE has. Whether they win or they don't, it is an opportunity for WWE to point towards someone new into the big scene, the main event scene potentially, and to see especially what reactions the fans get. But it has been, in many years, the path which many main event wrestlers have taken at some point or another on their way to being a champion. Number 7. Fan interaction. The countdown clock leading to each new entrant is an interactive experience for fans. The anticipation builds as the crowd count down to the final few seconds, adding to the overall excitement and atmosphere of the event. This is absolutely true in local wrestling. Well, if you have a promotion that does a rumble or a similar style of match, you just don't know who's going to come out. And so that anticipation, as I said earlier, especially in the early stages, where there may be two or three competitors that have been in the ring for a while. You may be very early on. You may be waiting for entrance number 4 or 5. Not again, depending on how WWE books it and the storytelling that they do. Maybe the tide will turn as each new entrant makes their way. Maybe they have an allegiance to someone else already in the match. Maybe they're backing up somebody, or maybe they're making their own story and trying to start their challenge through the Royal Rumble. That moment that you hear it, it's so special now. We hear it and fans do it, and fans will at home will do it, and viewing parties will do it. They'll count down those final few seconds, no matter what number it is, throughout the whole entire 30 competitors. People will count down those final few seconds. Hopefully, if the buzzer is right on the time. Some years it is, some years it's a little bit off, but we always hear that countdown from the crowd while we await a new combatant entering the ring and joining in the Royal Rumble match. Finally, number 8. Over the years, WWE has introduced evolving format of the Royal Rumble. They've introduced variations of it, including the Women's Royal Rumble, which I actually personally think is a fantastic thing. I'm really happy that women have their own Royal Rumble match. Leads to excitement. Yes, we have now kind of two Royal Rumble matches on the Premium Live event, which some people might think is too much of the same kind of match, but the women wrestle a different style and they certainly are fully deserving of their own match. And of course, all over the years, there's been different special themed rumbles. From I was just watching a video the other day, the corporate ministry rumble that happened, and there's been different variation, kind of smaller variations of the rumble matches that WWE have had on their programming over the years, and obviously we all know about the Saudi Arabia greatest rumble ever and things like that. It can be argued that these adaptations keep the format a little bit fresh and engage a broader audience. Some people have their own thoughts. Some people like just a traditional 30-person Royal Rumble match. I think we will continue to see maybe some slight variations of the match depending on Saudi Arabia and depending on what WWE do. I also like a good battle royal as well. That can be a good thing. We've seen those at the likes of WrestleMania. But certainly, I personally would probably say that I like a traditional 30-person Royal Rumble match. And another kind of bonus thing I will very quickly say is the simplicity of the rules. This is kind of an added one, but we all know how simple the rules are. 30 competitors will enter at timed intervals. An elimination occurs when they go over the top rope and both feet hit the floor. The simplicity of the rules themselves is such an easy match to follow, and quite often in professional wrestling, if it's really simple rules, if people can look on and they know what that person is doing and what they have to do to gain the victory, then it is the better for the promotion and for the wrestlers involved. Yes, they're trying to tell a story, but that risk element of just people tuning in and they know this has got to happen for this wrestler to win. I think that is a great thing as well for the Royal Rumble, that it is so simple that fans growing up can catch on to the rules. They're explained every single year. We always have the announcer before the event, well, before the Royal Rumble match itself starts, go over the rules, which I always think is a genuinely good thing. It just has that reminder it's part of the tradition now of the Royal Rumble that the announcer, whoever it is, the ring announcer goes over the rules of the match. But overall, it is very simple to follow. You know when somebody is still in the match, when they just skin the cat, for example, or you know that when that person goes over the top rope and they hit the floor, you know they're eliminated and out of the match, and you can focus on the other competitors. The simplicity of the rules of the Rumble itself, I think personally, is a good thing because again, we know what's going on, who's still involved, who's not, who's eliminated, what has to happen for victory to be achieved by just the one, possibly one superstar. The Royal Rumble match is honestly, in my opinion, a bit of a celebration of wrestling at its most thrilling, unpredictable, and entertaining. It's no wonder, honestly, that it remains a firm fan favourite year after year. As I said, I and many others really look forward to the Royal Rumble. And now it's reaching a completely new audience. It's being streamed live worldwide on Netflix in many areas and countries around the world. I think millions and millions will be tuning in to see who will win, what feuds develop, and of course, what the lay of the land will be as we, and certainly WWE, starts the road to WrestleMania 41. And I genuinely think that this year we are really going to see the start of that. I think it happens every year, but this year we are absolutely going to see, I think, the lay of the land really start to come together with the Royal Rumble for the road to WrestleMania 41. Of course, that's the showcase of the Immortals, the granddaddy of them all, which is scheduled for April 19th and 20th, which will happen in Paradise, Nevada at the Allegiant Stadium. That is going to be quite an event, but certainly we are going to absolutely see the road to WrestleMania start this Saturday with the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a live wrestling show to attend that night. Due to the time difference, it's great because we can go there, watch that, then come home, switch on Netflix, watch the Royal Rumble build up begin. So again, I'm a massive fan of the Royal Rumble. It is genuinely one of my favourite events of the year, and I am really looking forward to it this year. See what happens, see whether again any bloodline spilled or what happens with this. I think it's genuinely going to be an exciting event, and I cannot wait to see it this Saturday.